When a massive cyber attack nearly destroys Titan Core Technologies, CEO Ethan Rowe watches his life's work crumble before his eyes. Every expert fails him, until a quiet night janitor named Maria Santos walks in. What he doesn't know is that Maria isn't just cleaning floors, she's a former cybersecurity prodigy who lost everything years ago. With calm precision, she does what an entire tech department couldn't. She brings the company back from the dead. But as Titan Core rises again, new shadows emerge. Maria uncovers something darker. The enemy isn't outside the company, it's within. The trusted CTO, Derek Shaw, and CFO, Clara Dunn, are secretly feeding Titan Core's secrets to a rival corporation. The skyline of New York glittered against the night, 1,000 windows shining like fragments of ambition. From the 72nd floor of Titan Core Technologies, Ethan Rowe stood before his office windows, watching the city pulse with life. 4 years, that glow had symbolized success. Tonight, it felt like a spotlight on failure. A crimson alert blinked on his monitor. Then, another. Then, dozens. In seconds, every screen in his office was flashing with warnings: corrupted files, network breaches, missing data. The empire he'd built from sleepless nights and ruthless precision was unraveling before his eyes. "No, no, no," Ethan muttered, slamming his fist on the desk. His breathing quickened as system after system collapsed. The merger he was set to sign in a few hours, worth $12 billion, was now impossible. Outside, the city moved on, indifferent. He dismissed the IT team hours earlier after they'd failed to stop the chaos. He couldn't bear their terrified looks. Alone in the glass tower, he felt the weight of everything he'd built slipping away. Then he heard it, soft footsteps in the hallway. The door creaked open. A woman in a faded blue cleaning uniform stepped inside, startled to find him still there. Her dark hair was pulled back, and her gray eyes flicked from the mess of screens to the man behind the desk. "Oh, I'm sorry," she said. "I thought the floor was empty." Ethan gave a hollow laugh. "You're not interrupting. Just watching 15 years of work go up in flames." Her gaze lingered on the monitors. "That's a breach," she said quietly. He blinked. "Excuse me. I used to work in cybersecurity, before life decided I shouldn't anymore." She hesitated. "May I take a look?" Ethan almost laughed again, the janitor offering to fix what his engineers couldn't. But there was something steady in her tone, something that made him pause. He stepped aside. "Go ahead." She sat at his computer, her name tag catching the light. Maria Santos. Her fingers began to move, quick and confident. Lines of code filled the screen. "Who are you, really?" Ethan asked. "Someone who doesn't like watching things die if they can still be saved," she replied. "Do you have backup servers linked to this system?" "No." "Good," she said. "That's the one thing you did right." Within minutes, Ethan saw fragments of lost directories flicker back to life. The chaos began to settle. "For the first time tonight," Ethan said, "I almost believe in miracles." Maria didn't look up. "No miracles," she said. "Just skill and persistence." He hesitated only a moment before handing her his master access card. "You have full control." "Don't regret that," she said with a faint smile. 6 hours later, in the freezing glow of the server room, Maria hit a final key. The red alerts vanished. The systems rebooted, stable. Ethan stared at the monitor, stunned. "It's fixed. Your company's alive again," she said, leaning back. "Just needed a little resuscitation." He exhaled a shaky laugh. "How do I thank you?" "Don't," she said softly. "Just fix what's broken outside the servers, too." When dawn rose over Manhattan, Titan Core systems were fully restored. The empire was breathing again. The next morning, Titan Core buzzed with whispers. No one understood how the crisis had been reversed overnight. Ethan gathered his senior team in the glass boardroom and gestured to the woman beside him. "This is Maria Santos," he said. "Without her, none of this would exist today." The staff stared, confused. Derek Shaw, the chief technology officer, folded his arms. You're telling us the janitor saved the company? That's exactly what I'm telling you, Ethan replied. And starting today, she leads our new cybersecurity division. She reports directly to me. The room went silent. Derek's jaw tightened, but he said nothing. Later, he caught up with Ethan in the hallway. This is a mistake. You barely know her. Ethan met his glare. I know results when I see them. Maria returned that afternoon, this time wearing a crisp badge with her new title. The same people who once ignored her now stepped aside when she passed. But behind their smiles, she could feel the quiet doubt. Ethan welcomed her into her new workspace beside his office. Everything you need is here, he said. She gave a small nod. And everything I need to prove myself, I already have. Weeks passed. Titan Core not only recovered but began to thrive again. The media called it a miracle comeback. Investors returned. Ethan felt his confidence rebuild, brick by brick, thanks to her. But one evening, Maria noticed something strange in the logs. Ethan, she said, pointing at her screen, someone's accessing our data after hours. The same pattern from the original attack, only now it's coming from inside. He frowned. You mean someone here? She nodded. And they know this system too well. For days, she traced the breaches, hidden under fake credentials and encrypted routes. Then, one night, a name appeared again and again. Derek Shaw. Her heart pounded. She gathered the proof and went straight to Ethan. Your CTO's been working against us, she said. He created the entry point for the original attack. Ethan's expression hardened. Are you sure? Yes. Every timestamp, every access trail, all his. He paced the room. If this leaks, we'll lose everything again. Then don't leak it yet, she said. Let him think he's safe. Give me time to find out who's backing him. Ethan hesitated, then nodded. You've earned my trust once. Do it. For 3 days, Maria shadowed Derek's every digital move. She built decoy systems filled with fake files. Every time he touched one, she got closer to the truth. Then, late one night, a message appeared on her phone. Stop digging, or you'll regret it. Her pulse quickened. She sent the message to Ethan immediately. Are you okay? He asked over the phone. I'm fine, she said. But whoever's behind this knows I'm close. The next morning, she found a small black device under her car bumper, a tracker. She took it straight to Ethan. We should call the police, he said. Not yet. If we do, they'll disappear. Let's turn it against them. That night, they waited. The building was empty. Maria pretended to work late, eyes fixed on her screen filled with fake data. Ethan watched from his darkened office. At 11:40 p.m., the cameras flickered. Derek stepped inside, a folder in hand. Working late, Maria? Always, she said without turning around. He walked closer. You've made quite the impression around here. The CEO's favorite, huh? I just do my job. Funny, he said, his tone sharp. Your job seems to involve watching me. Maybe because you're worth watching. Before he could react, the lights snapped on. Ethan stepped out of the shadows. It's over, Derek. Derek froze, then gave a bitter smile. You think this ends with me? You have no idea who you're fighting. Titan Core's already sold, piece by piece, to Apex Dynamics. Maria's eyes narrowed. So they paid you to destroy us. They paid me to reveal the truth, he spat. You're both pawns. He shoved the folder into Ethan's chest and stormed out. Security chased him, but he vanished before the cameras went dark again. Days later, Maria found something Derek's folder didn't show. Encrypted transfers leading straight to Clara Dunn, Titan Core's chief financial officer. Ethan, she said, entering his office, your CFO's been feeding data to Apex through a consulting firm. She's the real inside link. He went pale. Clara? She's been with me since the beginning. That's what made her the perfect traitor, Maria said. No one suspects loyalty until it breaks. They planned a quiet confrontation, gathering digital evidence and planting a trap. 3 nights later, the system pinged. Clara was inside the fake server Maria had built. She's accessing it now, Maria said. Ethan grabbed his coat. Then we end it tonight. They drove through empty streets to a glass tower in Lower Manhattan, the same building used by Apex Dynamics. Inside, they found Clara at her desk, perfectly calm. Ethan, she said, almost smiling. You shouldn't have come. You sold us out, he said quietly. I gave myself freedom, she replied. You built a prison made of numbers and pride. Apex offered a way out. Freedom built on betrayal isn't freedom, Maria said. Clara's gaze hardened. You think this company will remember you, Maria? You're a name they'll forget when the headlines fade. Maria hit a key on her laptop. Clara's screen froze, a bright alert flashing. All activity recorded. Everything you've done is documented, Maria said calmly. Law enforcement will have it within minutes. For the first time, Clara's voice wavered. You have no idea how deep this goes. Maybe, Ethan said. But tonight, it stops here. Within minutes, federal agents arrived. As they led Clara away, she turned to Maria and whispered, Enjoy your victory. Heroes always fall hardest. The next morning, every news outlet blazed with the same headline. Titan Core CFO arrested for espionage linked to Apex Dynamics. Instead of collapse, the company's reputation soared. Investors praised Ethan's transparency. The crisis became a story of resilience and rebirth. That afternoon, Ethan found Maria packing her files. Leaving already? He asked. She smiled. Home. For once, I want to remember what daylight feels like. You've earned it, he said. Then quieter. You know, I thought you came here to clean up my mess. But maybe you were rebuilding something I didn't even see. She turned toward the window. Sometimes it takes losing everything to realize what's worth keeping. And what's worth keeping to you? He asked. People who don't give up, she said softly. Months passed. Titan Core flourished. Ethan converted the old server room into a new research center named the Santos Innovation Lab. When he showed it to her, she laughed in disbelief. You didn't have to do this. I wanted to, he said. Because none of this would exist without you. He hesitated, then reached into his pocket and held out a small velvet box. You once told me saving something doesn't mean you own it, it means you care enough to fight for it. I've been fighting to tell you this. Inside was a ring. Maria's eyes glistened. You don't have to say it, she whispered. I do, he said. Stay, not because of the company. Because of us. She smiled through tears. I chose this long before you noticed. That night, they left the building together under a soft rain, city lights shimmering around them. Ethan glanced at her and said quietly, Maybe miracles don't fall from the sky. Maybe they walk into our lives wearing a janitor's uniform. Maria smiled. Or maybe miracles are just people who refuse to give up. If this story touched you, don't just scroll. Hit that subscribe button and join a place where stories remind us that hope still exists. Where ordinary people do extraordinary things.